In John 9:3, he says, "It is not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him." In this man's life, all of the pain of all of those years being raised without sight happened so that Jesus would put on display through his healing the greatness of God. And I would suggest that the reason that he walked through that life is the same reason that we walk through the life that we live. In the beginning, we were created in the image of God. We were created to be people who bore his image and walked out into the world and put him on display in the world that he created. And it hasn't changed now that the world is broken. Now that the world is filled with our own curse. And there's pain and there's suffering and there's confusion and life is like a vapor. God is still pursuing his greatness. God is still pursuing putting himself on display. How is that comforting to a blind man? Honestly, how is that comforting? And I think it wouldn't be if it didn't include the fact that Jesus heals the blind man. But what Jesus does is he enters our life. Jesus entered the chaos of the world, and he comes into this world that is a vapor, that is mist, that is meaningless, that is full of vanity. And he walks that life with us, bringing God near. And if anybody could pray the prayer, "God, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. What is this all about?" It was Jesus when he was on a cross. And he could say, "I do not deserve this. Why is this happening?" That's what he says when he says, my God, why have you forsaken me?" He experiences the very worst of the vaporous, futile, pain-filled world with us. And then what does he do? He undoes it. Because he's resurrected. He is resurrected. And he brings us into a new life, which is not a vapor. A new life which is not vanity. A new life which is not pointless. That new life is still all about the greatness of God. It's all about knowing God, and it's all about being in relationship with him. But we will look back one day through the resurrection, the promise that's given to us, as we go through death with Jesus and then are resurrected with Jesus. We'll look back on all the vapor, all the vanity, and all the futility of life, all the pointlessness of it, and we'll be able to see what God was doing. Jesus has drawn near to us. He has said the suffering is not going to be wasted. It is for portraying the greatness of God in our lives. And death and suffering will not be the final thing that we experience. It will not. We will be resurrected with him. And no matter how short and painful the life that we live today is, if we trust in Jesus, we have an eternity of good, clear life with God. Where is he calling you to put him on display? Because your life is not a mystery about you. Your life is a declaration about him.